Oh, good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Today's mug, let your faith be bigger than your fears. I just like that mug. Let your faith be bigger than your fears. Today, I want to jump in and I want to talk about a topic that I actually covered this past week when I was out in California. Uh, I had the young people come on the stage and I asked them a question. I asked them if they had, I asked for like eight young people to come to the stage who had younger siblings. If you have younger siblings who are coming behind you, can you come to the stage? And inevitably, I had a whole bunch of people and I had to pick. And so I brought eight young people to the stage. And the topic that I talked about is role modeling. So today I want to talk about, for all of us, don't skip the process of being a positive role model. There's an old school song and it goes, I always feel like somebody's watching me. I have no privacy. Can I tell you, somebody is always watching you? And no, good morning, Miss Brown. And no, I'm not talking just about God. Do you realize that people are always watching you and what you do? So what you do matters, even when you don't think that it does. I learned years and years and years ago that young people were watching me. I didn't come into this work to become a role model. In fact, when I got invited to the weekend that changed my life, my friend said, they need some role models who are there. I'm like, oh, I'm the worst person to be a role model for kids. Trust me. This is a drug-free retreat. This is all the things that they're about. I'm not. So I'm not the right role model. And it was in that season that I really understood, as I was growing as a leader, that young people were watching me. And so what I did mattered. Can I just say to you, not just young people, wherever you are in your career, wherever you are in your faith journey, wherever you are in your life, somebody is watching you. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Brother Kenneth. Somebody is watching you. So how you walk out this thing called life matters. So the process to develop to being a positive role model is as follows. Develop a mentee mindset. If you've never been mentored, it's hard for you to understand how to be a mentor. I am the product of great mentoring. First, starting with my mother. One of the reasons that I wanted to walk out my Christian life the way that I do is because I watched my mother. My mother was the model for me of what Christianity meant. She wasn't so spiritually deep that she was no earthly good. She showed love to people. She reminded me that with loving kindness have I drawn you, not judgmentality and, superiority complex. So those are the lessons that I learned, and it's really how I choose to walk out my faith and be a model for people about what it means to love people simply because they exist. So develop a mentee mindset. If you're trying to become a positive role model, and even if you're not trying to become one, you should, because even when you're not trying to be a role model, you are a role model. So folks are watching you whether you want them to or not. So the first thing, develop a mentee mindset. What does it mean to when you follow people? Who are the people who inspired you? Because if you can remember the good people in your life who inspired you, it will give you a mentee mindset. What did they do that made you want to follow them? Good morning, Anisha. It's good to see you this morning. Second, practice humility. I love working with young people, and young people are always so surprised that when I get done speaking, they all come onto the stage. They all go, can I take a picture with you? I'm like, of course. Who am I? Who am I? I'm just a vessel, y'all. Of course we can take pictures. I'm nobody special. Let's do this. The real stars of this room is not the amazing T Street. That's what I tell young people. The real stars of every room I'm in are the young people I am blessed to be able to serve. So we take photos. We practice humility, and it's not that fake humility. When you understand that you're just a vessel, it's easy to be humble. Be honest. Kids love me. They all talk about my authenticity. They're like, we love that you are, the phrase that they use all the time, Mr. You just real. Sometimes you raw, but you real. Share your successes, but share your failures. I tell kids, I've been knocked down far more times than I can count. But every single time I get back up, I don't have wins and losses. I have wins and learnings, wins and lessons. I don't take an L to have it mean that I'm failing. So while you're out there role modeling, be honest. Tell kids, tell the people in your faith journey, tell the people you're discipling, wherever you are and however you're modeling, be honest. Share your successes and your failures. Because everybody likes to paint this picture of who they are. I'm telling you, be authentic in who you are. Share it all. Because people can see, they know that you haven't always had all successes anyway. Really? Be comfortable with encouraging others to flourish. The other night, a young man walked up to me when I was in California and he said, Miss T, I'm really struggling. I have all these things I want to do. I don't know if I want to go to med school, if I want to go, let me see, he said med school, if he wanted to go to business school, or if he wanted to study music. And I said, go to undergrad and take classes in all those areas. And the ones that speak to you will give you guidance on where to go. It's okay. And I said to him, you're going to be great at whatever you do because you've got plans. You've got things that are inside of you that are waiting to come out. And so I have no doubt that you're going to make it do what it do. Encouraging other people costs you nothing. Guess what? I am my friend's biggest cheerleader. I tell people all the time, and I got this phrase from W. Shauna Gibbs. She's like, girl, you should pop people's collars so hard that they get whiplash. Pop your friends' collars. Pop the people who are following you. Pop their collars so hard that they get whiplash. You don't lose anything by encouraging other people to flourish. Give credit where credit is due. I tell people all the time, I'm a good mentor because I am the product of a good mentor. I have a great personal mentor who was my mother. My professional mentor was a woman named Kathy D. Espy. And they took their leave from earth on the same day, 1 year apart. I am the product of that. I learned how to do what I do in mentoring people by being mentored. The woman who saved my life, the teacher who saved my life, Emery S. Hill. I am the product of that. I don't get to take credit for that. But most importantly, all the things that I have inside of me are gifts from God. I don't get to take credit for what God has done. I don't have talent in and of myself. I don't have the ability to orate in and of myself. No, I didn't think I would ever be a speaker. If I had thought that, I probably would have gone to school for that. So I don't get to take credit for gifts that somebody gave me. Give credit where credit is due. If you use a quote that's not yours, give it to people who came up with the quote, their quote. You don't lose anything by giving people their credit where it's due. And whatever you do, when you're mentoring people and you're being a role model, don't hide behind your rank or your experience. Adults do this all the time to young people. We say, because I'm an adult. Just because you're an adult doesn't make you someone worthy of being followed. There, I said it. Just because you have a rank doesn't make you someone worthy of being a role model. Because you can't teach what you don't know and you can't lead where you won't go. I saw a poem once and it was like, oh, yes, something, something to follow me. And then somebody came along and said, to follow you, I'm not content until I know which way you went. Good role models develop a mentee mindset. They practice humility. They're honest. They're comfortable with encouraging other people to flourish. They give credit where credit is due, and they don't hide behind rank or experience. I'm closing, but I want to say this to you. I do my best to be a good role model, and in the places where I fail, I share my failures as well because that's part of the process. Good morning, Jackie. Good to see you. It's part of the process. I just came on to encourage someone today to know that somebody is watching you. I always feel like somebody's watching T. I have no privacy. It's facts. It's okay. Go out and be a good role model. But there are steps to this thing called role modeling. Have an amazing day.